Grand Rising YouTube, Grand Rising. Good evening, good day, depending on where you are. I'm back in again to channel the messages that's sent to me, through me, and for me to share. Not every message that comes through is going to be a message for everyone, but there's definitely a message here for someone. Now, as I was just sitting down there just channeling the energy, I was more so concentrating on the day. Not necessarily the day, more so the day. Thursday, and more so the letters T and H and the sounds that TH together makes. Thursday. So then I was just thinking about, the message and how I'm going to bring it forward, making changes. So I was thinking of titling it Think It Through, or Think About It Thursday. Then I felt a pause, and then I heard to myself, Think It Through Thursday. But more so, I needed to think something through, or more so, whosoever's resonating with these messages needs to think something through. So then I was brought back to the periodic table of the elements, and when I looked up what TH stood for, it was thorium, a radioactive chemical, atomic number 90. So now I'm brought to the day, perception, mirror image. It's a nuclear reactor fuel discovered in 1828. The initials JJB may be relevant. Swedish chemist, I believe the name is Johns Jacob Berzelius. It comes in the form of silvery white, but turns grey to black on exposure to air. It's found in things like ceramic, welding rods, camera, telescope lenses, fire brick, heat-resistant paint, and metals used in asbestos industries, as well as the nuclear energy. So then I carried on looking into the elements, because I forgot about the periodic table. It's been a while. So as I was continuing to look, I was drawn to the nuclear, and it's the NU dash clear. Something needs to be cleared. So as I went into the periodic table again and I looked up the NU stands for neutronium, can't even pronounce these, neutronium, nurturite. I believe I'm saying it sounds like a crystal, that one. So it says, since nurturium, I'm going to start saying it, can't exist, it says it can't exist. So this neutronium, it can't exist. It may seem a minor point, but it would not be an element if it did exist. It has no charge, so it can't bind electrons. It's colorless in substance, composed completely out of neutrons. Can be referred to the neutron, degenerate matter inside neutron stars. So it's got that element of star energy, that healing element. So it's like it's an energy of nothing can bind it. In a nutshell, was what I was picking up on whilst I was reading and researching into this table. Then I was drawn to sodium. Sodium is a chemical element with symbol Na and atomic number 11. Classified as an alkali metal, sodium is a solid at room temperature. In English Neo-Latin, names sodium and potassium were introduced, but in German, the metals were named natrium and kalium. I hope I'm saying these right. Good for the body, essential nutrients involved in the maintenance of normal cellular homeostasis. I can't even say these words. I'm going to spell it out. So it's homeostasis. And regulation of fluid and electrolyte balance is your blood pressures. It gives you that fuel. as I was looking at the initials, blood pressure, BP, fuel. So then I sat here and I was thinking to myself, wow, all of that just from Thursday. But I definitely feel like there's a message here for somebody. Nothing is a coincidence, you know? And those messages were coming through quite strong. So then I was still drawn to the TH. And I was thinking to myself, something needs to cool down. Something needs to thaw out. I was then brought to my poem. I think I've shared this more so recently on my page. It's this one here, and it says, I'm an observer, a visual learner, mental explorer. My first teacher is my father. Have to align my balance and my chakra. Never as wicked as some of these spiritual practitioners. Will come a time they must surrender. Watch their eyes grab a camera. Watch the smirk, watch the smiles, so many lies. Abracadabra in a church with hallelujah, with fear of the true ruler. Manipulation of days, times, read between the lines. Karmic debts and fines. So many of them are telling lies. It's imperative, you know I'm highly sensitive. Can seem indecisive, misunderstood as negative. It's okay, I hold no grudges. I may forgive, but I never cross bright bridges. They do effery and put you in fridges. Go deep into the bushes. I've learned to protect my energy at all costs. It will never be my loss. I won't be mad or nailed to the cross. I'm about to level up and become my own boss. Humble, I will never floss. To me, to be misunderstood is a little ridiculous. A little ignorance can lead to being a little vicious. Gotta be spiritual and highly conscious. Give it up, give it time. It could have been fabulous. Never you see and blind, or don't hear, may just find, or who don't hear may just find, an opposite kind of guy. Deal with those on the sly, who have to deal with those on the sly. They come in all shapes and sizes. Negativity could be horrendous, can become highly contagious. Flip it up, flip it round, stay courageous. Lost and stolen, hold on, blessed and never forgotten. Some souls are truly rotten. Absolutely, we have nothing in common. Very much drawn to that poem and the illustration of that poem. There's definitely something here about time, over a period of time. I'm just going to pull cards and see what we get. I was also drawn to my alchemy deck. Alchemy came through in yesterday's message in the self-healing, from the self-healing oracle. And for some reason I feel like that's the one I meant to, I was going to say go to first. But this is about patience. And again, there's the 6 opposite or mirror energy of the 9. If turned upside down, you know. So it reads, live your life as a fearless warrior who sees the world as being much greater than yourself. Be humble and patient, having faith in something more, as a bird soars high above for greater vision. We too should attempt to soar and see the larger picture we are all a part of. What can be greater than a winged one who flies thousands of miles a year in expression of its true nature? Would you go to the ends of the earth to find your true self? Imagine the courage and tenacity of that tiny beating heart, always in search of something greater. The purest nectar of the Great Spirit. Do you recognize this in yourself? And right now I'm hearing that phrase I heard so often as a child, and that's patience is a virtue. Anything worth a while will take a while. and anything that's for you can never pass you. It's your yod, it's your destiny. This the energy of yod came through a couple of nights ago. Overall energy. I'm gonna read it. It says, honored and humbled, we all are entrusted with the human legacy, the opportunity to generate light, peace, love, and beauty in the magnificent Garden of Eden, Mother Earth. Each of us is born with a destiny, a purpose written before we even took our first breath. It is the unique thread that we contribute to the whole of life, but we must always be in a state of becoming. Though we cannot change what we are always changing who we are. We promote our potential into the actual and seek the wisdom of others along the way. Do you have a mentor or a teacher? Do you recognize the wealth of lived experience around you? That of the living, as well that of our ancestors. You are never alone. Great Spirit has been with you all along. If you can be anything you desire, what does that look like? What makes you unique? Light shine. Read that again. What makes your unique light shine the brightest? Find where the wild ones meet, the timeless realm of spirit and love from which we all were born. All it takes is pure silence and an open heart. Let's see. Let's get a major arcana overall energy in regards to this message. And when I see the 2 to the 8, that's 10. Break it down to the 1. That's too many. Hermit energy. This is definitely about your destiny. This is about your will moving forward. What's behind that? Heavy energy. Heavy energy. I just heard we cross that bridge when we get to it. So let's see. Let's get overall energy. This is from the alchemy. It's falling directly on top of the wheel. I will read this from the book. Mortification. It's giving me the energy of and there's that rose. It's giving me the energy of when something is being contaminated, when two things mixes that shouldn't mix, and if something is being contaminated, something is being mortified, or someone may be mortified. Sangus, blood energy.